Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a get ready with me. Yes, why? Because your girl has absolutely nowhere to go today. Yes, but today is the podcast's 2-year anniversary. And is it anniversary or birthday? I don't know. I mean, it was like birthed out of like my pain or whatever. Okay, whatever. So yeah, today is the 2-year anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it. And I am taking pictures, yes, with my handy dandy remote control here and my lovely camera and my lighting setup in the living room. Yeah, because I need some updated pictures for the website, blah, 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 and all this and that, because I'm rebranding and all this and that, okay? So yeah, so I just decided, I'm like, hey, while I'm getting my clothes on, I have so many thoughts running through my head, like so many thoughts, and I don't want to forget something, and I ain't got time to just really stop right now, just write everything down, then I'm gonna get off track, because if your girl starts writing anything down, it's gonna be probably a couple hours before I get up. Then I have my day going and my face still ain't done, okay? So yeah, so I wanted to hop on here because, you know, something's on my mind. And what's on my mind is what we're gonna chit chat about. Just some random stuff, you know what I'm saying? So first of all, yes, my eyes are puffy, they are swollen. This is just some witch hazel on here. These witch hazel pads are a blessing from above, honey. Yeah, for puffiness when it comes to your eyes, because witch hazel is an astringent. So yeah, I cried yesterday. I was emotional and I couldn't let go. Yeah, so your girl had a little, you know, breakdown yesterday, which is all right. You know, it's okay. We do that from time to time. But the good thing about it is, you know, you cry, you know, you sit with your emotions, but you don't stay there. So yeah, you know, folks just, they be mishandling your girl and treating your girl bad, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes it doesn't bother me, and then other times it really gets to me. And so this particular time, it just got to me, you know? If I got mad first, got madder than a wet hen, you know, as the old folks would say. Got mad first, and then boom, bam, pop, I cried, and yeah, hence the Gucci bags under my eyes, yeah. But I always talk about transparency and being raw, so baby, here it is, honey. It is, I'm giving it to you raw, honey, straight, no chaser. So this is what I look like before I put on my makeup. Don't ask me what happened to my eyebrows. I didn't cut them off, okay? Take that up with Jesus. He didn't give me any. I wish I had some. I do want to get them microbladed, shaded, whatever you want to call it. But you know, one thing the Lord did do was bless these ha-has, baby. He blessed these hands to know how to put them suckers on. So yeah, I ain't got no eyebrows. Don't know where they at. My mama ain't got none either. Okay, my grandmama's was real thin. You know, it is what it is, honey. So we just gonna move on. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move forward. So yeah, so I'm tapping my little astringent on my face here. And I will be able to see the difference shortly. So yeah. So like I said, today is the anniversary of the podcast, and when I started this podcast, I had no clue, no idea, you know, where God would take me, you know, where he was going with it. Matter of fact, when I started Broken Women Win, I didn't even know that this was going to be, it was going to like morph into a podcast. I didn't know that it would morph into Broken Women Win TV, but I was just being obedient, just doing what God, you know, told me to do or whatever. So yeah, so here it is, you know, 2 years later, you know, your girl is just thankful, you know, that my trials and tribulations did not take me out. Now, I hope I remember to show you all these products that I'm using. I hope so, but let me go ahead and show you this here. So this is the primer that I use. It's by Too Faced. I have been using it for a very long time. Your girl's skin is super duper greasy. I'm talking about oily, honey. So I use this as a base for my foundation before I put anything else on my face. Yeah, so I put it all over my face, just smooth it out. I really concentrate in my T-zones, you know, because that's why I'm really oily. I put it on my eyebrows, or the lack thereof, whatever you want to call it, honey. At this season of my life, baby, I don't care. I'm 37 years old. The eyebrows are standing sparse. But it's all right, because I still know what to do. I know how to look like I need to look when I'm getting ready to go somewhere. But yeah, so since I'm going to be sitting up under these lights, recording, and I'm going to be taking pictures, and my skin is already super oily, I'm just putting a little bit more on than what I usually put on. You know, then I'm sitting up under these lights in this bathroom and this ring light. These lights ain't no joke, baby. These lights is hard to. They is hot. I'll be sitting up under here and the theme music be playing. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, so after I do that, I use my next favorites. Don't get in my comments talking about, girl, oh my gosh, Darquasia had used that on her face, and what had happened was Darquasia's skin began to burn off. Well, I'm not Darquasia. I've been using this for a long time, and this is my staple product that I use, honey, to keep my face matte, and you have guessed it. It is my Milk of Magnesia. Yes, baby, yes. Now, I've tried the other brands. I've tried the Walmart brand, the Equate brand, and I tried that flavored kind. No, ma'am, girl, my face was peeling off, honey. I look like the mask walking around here. So I said, let me just stick with, you know, with what I know, which is the Philips. So yeah, so I just take the Philips. Half of my brushes, I don't even know where they at. I don't. I'm just gonna use this little stippling brush right here. But who is this by? I don't know who this is by, honey. I don't even know. It's just a little brush set that I got from Amazon, and half these brushes in here don't even supposed to be in here, but it's a little brush set I got from Amazon a while ago. So I'm just gonna use this little stippling brush right here because I don't know, and I'm getting tired looking for it. IDK, honey, okay? So yeah, so what I do, just take a little bit of that Milk of Magnesia, honey, and I go over here in my T-zones. Okay, I'm an old school makeup artist, all right. Old school, honey. Some of y'all might be using something else, that's fine, Godspeed. But I thoroughly enjoy using my Milk of Magnesia because it does what it's supposed to do, okay? And it keeps me matte. And I don't know, I'm gonna put it like all over my face. I just concentrate it in the areas where I know I'm the oiliest. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I didn't know what was gonna happen, you know, with the podcast, you know, or whatever. I just knew that I wanted to speak to women who had been broken and who had, you know, issues or whatever. I knew I wanted to love on those women virtually, but I didn't know how my message would go over. I had no idea. But what I was transparent, and you know, I was authentic to myself. I didn't want to be just like somebody else, and I had compassion, because that's one thing that some of the churches are really lacking, is compassion. And I did not want to be a compassionless church, because at the end of the day, yes, we go to a building, which is a church, but ain't nobody been able to go nowhere, because I ain't been to no church building, okay, because of the RORO. So coronavirus, COVID-19, I have not been anywhere. So we are the church, okay? And because we are the church, you know, sometimes when you minister to people, the only church they see is you, because they don't go to church. You're the only church that they see. Yes, it's gonna form a white cast, don't worry about that, honey. But yeah, you're the only church that they see. And because you are the only church they see, you know, you have to carry yourself in a way where you won't run them off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we've gone through a lot of things, you know, dealt with issues. Some of us are embarrassed to even talk about the things that we have gone through. I've wanted to have certain people on my podcast and even on my YouTube channel, and I'm like, hey, you know, let's you know, I want to have you on the podcast, you know, or on my YouTube channel, so we can talk about, you know, what God has delivered you from, blah blah blah. Honey, they like was about to straighten that up. They was like, oh no, I ain't gonna be able to do that because I'm not comfortable, you know, I don't want anybody to know. And it's no slight against them, I completely understand. But you know, one thing about me, if y'all don't know by now, your girl is going to tell it, okay? Tell it, baby. I'm not gonna be sitting over here in shame, okay? The enemy is not gonna beat me down with condemnation, because see, that's what he used to do with your girl. He used to wear your girl out with condemnation, you know? And one thing that we need to realize is, you know, the Holy Spirit convicts, he doesn't condemn. He don't condemn. So you know it's condemnation when it's, oh, well, you ain't do, you should have did that, and you ain't do this, and how could this happen, and all all this and all this foolery or whatever. You know when it's condemnation, when it's not from the Lord. So yeah, so And this eyeliner, this is my staple eyeliner right here, y'all, which is really hard to find now for some reason. I don't know why. I cannot find it like I used to. And if I do find it, it's only like one of them that I can get. So yeah, this is, what is the remote? Jesus! Whatever. This pencil that I use is Brown Suede by Jordana. So yeah, so what I do is just, you know, tell my story of brokenness and hope, and I'll talk about transparently what I have gone through, you know, what the Lord has delivered me from. And I used to walk in shame as well. I did. There was shame that I used to walk in. That's how come I can talk to y'all about it. I'm not gonna talk and tell y'all nothing that I haven't been through or I haven't walked through, you know, myself. So yes, Ashley used to be embarrassed, and I used to be ashamed of, you know, things that had happened in my life, but I'm no longer ashamed. Can y'all tell I can't really talk and put my brows on at the same time? I can't. Some don't be right. And as a matter of fact, my brows, it takes me the longest to do, okay? Once it gets to the foundation and all that other stuff, because I really don't wear eyeshadow like that. I will, but once it gets to the foundation, y'all, your girl be on the roll, honey. But yeah, my brows, they take me forever. Because you know, your brows is what frames your face. I don't be trying to walk around here with third cousin brows. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, and so what I use a lot of things under my brows to clean my brows up, but my favorite is LA Girl Pro Concealer and Fawn. This is my favorite to use right here. Been using it for years. Use a flat brush. This is by 6 Plus, honey, whoever 6 Plus is. I don't know, probably something that I saw on Amazon, down to the Amazon, I don't know. But yeah, this is 6 Plus, but I like their brushes. Their brushes are really soft and fluffy, and then too, they're not, you know, super expensive. They won't break the bank. So yeah, so I was a little nervous, you know, when it came down to posting my first episode. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all can't even see. So yeah, I had just gone through my second divorce, and it was very traumatic. And you know, I just knew that I wanted to help people, but I didn't know how. So I didn't know nothing about podcasting at all, okay? I knew absolutely nothing about podcasting, but I knew that it was a burden that, you know, that God was placing, you know, in my spirit. And, oh, and don't worry, if you wipe a wing or something off, don't worry about it. You can go back and put that on it, because that's what I just did. So I knew it was a burden that God was placing in my spirit and on my heart, you know, to share my story and to help women who have gone through traumatic issues and they may have not had anybody to talk to. So I was like, okay, God, I just kept hearing, you know, podcast. And so I'm like, okay, God, I don't even know. I just jacked that brow up. Whatever. So I was like, Lord, okay, I don't know nothing about a podcast or, you know, how to start one. I began to just get anxiety with just the basics, you know, submitting the podcast. Start to read up on it, and you had to submit the podcast, and you know, it could be accepted or rejected. And I'm like, oh Lord, why were they rejected? The pixels in the picture describing the podcast had to be a certain amount of pixels. It was just a lot. And so I was like, okay, what do I want, you know, the sound of the podcast to be? You know, at that time, I was, you know, like my little trap music. And I still, you know, listen to some, but some of it with all that cussing and stuff in it, y'all, it be vexing my spirit. So, yeah, your girl don't be listening to it like she used to. Okay? So, yeah, so I was like, okay, well, let me figure out how, you know, what platforms, you know, I want to put it on or whatever. And that's what I did. And I knew I wanted to go to iTunes first because I'm an Apple girl. I have all Apple products, so I knew I wanted to go to Apple first. And so that's what I did. I submitted it to iTunes, And as a matter of fact, it was on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, all those little places, pretty much all at once. And to be honest with you, the podcast is on so many different platforms now, child, I can't even keep up with it. I can't. I was like, what is tune in, honey? What is that? So that's something else that the podcast is on. So before I recorded an episode, because I had to figure out what software I wanted to use too. As crazy as it may sound, okay, this is my foundation. This is Kat Von D in the color Deep 77. And I always use whatever foundation I wear, or whatever foundation I'm using to clean the top part of my brows up, because you know you don't want to have halo brows. I ain't trying to be walking around here glowing or whatever. I needed to know what recording software I was going to use. And so I was like, okay, and I have an iPad. I said, okay, I'll use GarageBand, because GarageBand is what I already have on my iPad or whatever. Because my computer at the time, y'all, I didn't have my MacBook then, so my computer was super duper slow, okay? So I couldn't put nothing on there. Now, I did hear of Audacity, but Audacity had too many bells and whistles on it, and I didn't know nothing about that. So I said, let me just stick with what comes on the iPad. So yes, when I recorded my first episode, all the way up to like a year, yeah, the podcast was almost a year old. It was almost a year old when I finally got my MacBook. But it was crazy because I was recording on my iPad. And you know, I tell people all the time, hold on y'all, I gotta work fast because this Kat Von D dries up real quick. So yeah, so I tell people all the time, you know, you don't have to have a computer, you know, to start your podcast. You don't have to have a computer to start your podcast. You can do it from your phone. And I know a lot of people that use, what is it called? I don't remember. Anchor. A lot of people use Anchor. Yeah, I know a lot of folks that use Anchor. But at the time, I didn't like that Anchor would break up my episodes. And I wanted my episodes to all just run smooth and run through or whatever. So yeah, so I just decided to come up with working GarageBand and then come up with some type of dope theme music or whatever that will work well. And that's what I did. So yeah, so I recorded my first episode, then I recorded another episode, then I recorded another episode. So I had like 4 episodes in the pocket, actually, before these brows started looking good, honey. Yeah, so I had like 4 episodes in the pocket before I actually launched the podcast, because I didn't want to be behind in my episodes, especially if I had a plan of wanting to you know, record every week. And that's what I wanted to do, was to record every week. Sometimes that milk magnesia is a little it's a little stubborn, honey, and you really have to like blend it, like really blend it in. Oh, let me back up, because I feel like I'm going a little bit too hold on, I feel like I'm going a little bit too fast. So let me back up and tell y'all that I actually did my research first before I did anything. I already knew I had a name. I knew it was going to be Broken Women Win podcast, okay? Whatever I do, anybody that knows me, they know whatever I do, I want to do it in the spirit of excellence, okay? So I researched my microphones. I researched different syndication websites, because I want to work smart and not hard. So whatever syndication website I decided to use, I needed it to work for me. Meaning, when I upload the podcast, the final cut of the podcast that I've edited and all this other stuff like that, I needed that syndication website to send that podcast everywhere it was supposed to go. I ain't have time to be posting on down to the Facebook land, okay, down to the Instagram, and then going to Google Play and all these other different places, and iTunes and Stitcher Radio and iHeartRadio. I needed the syndication website to work for me, and it works for me. I love my syndication website. Not leaving them anytime soon, honey, and it was several different ones that I could have went with, but I love Libsyn. That's why I use Libsyn. Libsyn is a syndication website that I use. And yes, it is a monthly subscription. I pay a month. You can get plans all the way down to $5 a month, depending on how much you'll be uploading or whatever, or it can go all the way up to, I don't remember, but it can get on up there, depending on what you're uploading and what you're needing them to do, okay? But yeah, like I was saying, the sense of accomplishment and pride, you know, it's that good kind of pride. You know, people teach, you know, that you shouldn't have pride at all, but that sense of accomplishment that you have when you do something and you know that it was challenging and you didn't really know how it was going to get done, but then you ended up seeing that thing all the way through. That feeling of accomplishment is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. And that's how I felt. Once I hit record and I figured out how to edit that bad boy. Hold on, I can't talk and do this. Okay, that's as close as they gonna get because I be doing my brows all day long. Yeah, I felt accomplished, okay? So now what I'm going to do is use, so I'm just gonna find a transition color. Probably gonna use more than one. I'm just gonna use this brush right here. I don't know what the number is. I don't know. It's by 6+, just a little fluffy brush here. And I have this Z palette that I have had forever. And you can look at it and tell I done had it forever. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use this color right here as a transition color. I don't even know what this is. I think these are all, as a matter of fact, these are blushes. These are blushes. You know, you use blush however you want to use it, okay? It's your face, okay? So this is a blush, and I got this blush from LeeAnn. I think that's who they're from. It's LeeAnn. So I'm just gonna use this color here. Just gonna tap on lightly, and then tap off that excess. I'm just gonna use it. I'm just going to concentrate it right here. And it's so funny, even with the podcast, I have so many people, like there are older people that listen to my podcast, which is funny. You know, they want, or those that really want to support, but they don't know what a podcast is. So I get a lot of questions of, you got a what? What is a podcast? And so I'm trying to tell these older people that are not really tech savvy, I'm like, hey, it's like internet radio. It's like your own personal internet radio station. That's what the podcast is. And they're like, okay. Well, can I listen to it on the radio? And I'm like, girl, no, honey. No, honey. You can't listen to it actually on the radio, honey. Okay? Okay? So with the older crowd, I have some of them that they inbox me on Facebook. I send them the link via Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I'm so rusty with doing my makeup. First of all, I done forgot to put the doggone primer on the lid, which I really don't use primer on my lid. I just use concealer. I use my concealer as a primer, and it's the same concealer, the LA Girl concealer in Fawn. This right here, it's the same concealer that I use with my brows. I'm so rusty, y'all, because I ain't been wearing no face, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been putting no makeup on. And I guess that's why, you know, you have to continue to just perfect that craft. You know what I'm saying? You have to continue to perfect your craft. And that's okay, because I'll go back and just blend down, just blending that color down. And so I'm sure there are many of you who want to start a podcast, or you have some type of vision and you may not have the support that you're desiring. Please do not stress yourself about people not supporting you, okay? You may even have some people in your family that won't support what you're doing because it's different, it's odd to them, you know, and it's out of the norm, and it's something that's never been done by them. So, you know, they don't know how to describe you, especially when you're a creative. They really don't know how to describe you. Because I think with me, I saw a post on a friend of mine's Facebook page where she was talking about the episode of Insecure where you know, Issa was talking to her mom, and her mom was saying that she had her hands in, you know, too many pots, and Issa took it in a negative light. But that's not necessarily a negative thing, because as a creative, you know, it's hard to just hone down and say, this is what I do. I do this one thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been able to say, this is the one thing that I do. And, you know, it's been asked, well, what do you want to do? Almost like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? And then because I couldn't say that it was just one thing I wanted to do, you know, be a teacher or a lawyer or, you know, whatever else is, you know, traditional and popular, you know, I was labeled as directionless. And it ain't that I ain't got no direction. I just ain't want to do what you trying to make me do, you know? And so I finally found my voice, all while also doing what God has called me to do. And there's no greater feeling. You really know that you're doing what God has called you to do. And you're able to exercise that gift creatively. It's no better feeling. All I do is reach for this palette right here. This Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. I love Too Faced everything, honey. I love their foundation. I love the Too Faced primer. As you saw, that's what I use. I have a lot of their lipsticks, a bunch of their lipsticks, honey, because they stay on like all day long. So I just want to do something neutral. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use this Summer Yum color right here. It's got a little bit more red in it than that other color did. And I'm going to go back in that crease. And even with a little bit of this, what is this? Is this it right here? Yeah, a little bit of this puree as well. So I'm just going to tap both of those and go back into my crease just to try to define that just a little bit more than what it is. I probably need to get a smaller brush. So to those who are wanting to start a podcast, write that book, okay, that whole book thing, I'm talking to myself. Use this brush right here. I guess I'll do Candied Peach. I'll do Candied Peach right here. Yeah, so to all of those who are wanting to start a podcast or write that book, like I said, I'm talking to myself when it comes to writing that book, you know. My writing habits are really picking back up, you know, now that I feel like I'm emotionally healthy and stable enough to write and not bleed through the pages and onto the people. Yeah, I feel like my writing has been picking back up lately. But yeah, just go do it, honey. Do the doggone thing. Who gonna stop you? And who gonna have something to say? I mean, I haven't really had any negative feedback, honestly, when it comes to the podcast. I've had some people, you know, in my family that, you know, feel as if I'm directionless and I done forgot about the call of the Lord on my life. And that's not true. That's not true. Before I got licensed and ordained, it's one thing I've always known, and that is who God has called me to, they're beyond the four walls of the church. I just never knew how I, you know, would get to them. I never knew how I would be able to get the message out, because I'm like, okay, God, how is this really gonna happen? Because I was, you know, sometimes, you know, folk be thinking small, and they be thinking that, you know, when you're in the church, that's all you're supposed to do is just stay right there in the church and not go nowhere. That's not true. Because a lot of times the people that you are called to, they don't even go to church. They don't even go to church at all. This is a smaller brush here. A little dome shaped brush. Peach Pit Delectable. I'm gonna put that on there and just work that into my my outer V. Yeah. Right up in here. Just to give it a little bit of definition. Yeah. So you have to do what you know God is calling you to do. Everybody's calling is not the same. Okay? Everybody's calling is not the same. It's not the same. And if we could get folks to really realize if they just mind the business that pays them and allow God to be God, you know, He's still gonna get the glory, even in the end. Even if you don't agree with what people do, just hush. You don't know what God done told folks to do, honey. You don't know. You have no idea. Okay, because one thing Ashley gonna do, Ashley can hear. I'm gonna make sure I'm always in position to where I can hear, you know, what the Father is saying, and I'm gonna do what He tell me to do. Even if it hurts your feelings, I don't care nothing about that. Your feelings just gonna have to be hurt, honey. Okay? Because I want to do what God is calling me to do. Child, I'm getting tired. See, this I come on and put eyeshadow on. This right here is why. See why? That's why I don't put it on, because I get tired quick. I'm over it. I'm over it already. But I'm going on and do what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna stick to the plan. Okay? Let me go ahead and stick to the plan. But thank you to everybody who has supported the podcast. Oh, girl, I was just gonna say, I know you lying. I saw something in my eye. I didn't think I was recording. But yeah, I thought that red light had hopped off. But yeah, just thank you to everybody who has, you know, supported the podcast over the 2 years, even during the time, you know, where I wasn't recording as consistently as I should have been because I was going through my own personal issues and, you know, doubting myself at times. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but the deal, but yeah. I'm doing my makeup, Aiden.
YouTube video?
Yeah, YouTube video.
Let me be in it too.
No, this is a makeup video. No, stay away. No. Stay away. That's my oldest. I'm gonna take a little bit of this, I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'm gonna take a little bit of this Luscious right here. Luscious, yes. Take a little bit of that Luscious and just pop it right here. But yeah, I always do my eyes, I always do my eyes first. That way I won't have fallout all over my foundation. And so next what I'm going to do, mascara on these lashes right here. I normally don't do liquid liner on the top. Sometimes I do, but I don't feel like it today. How about that? And I'm just using this Maybelline. And this Maybelline, yeah, this Maybelline Falsies. But I tell you one thing though, who eyeshadow technique is like bomb, who I love, and that is that Millicent Payne, honey. Isn't Millicent last name Payne? Hold on, let me make sure I'm shouting you out right, girl. Yes, Millicent Payne Lindsay. Yes, this chick, honey, I have worked with her on a couple of occasions. We were doing weddings. Both of us were the makeup artists hired for 2 weddings. I do know for a fact, I remember. And I'm like, girl, I need some lessons. Teach me. Technique is nasty, okay? And she is such a sweetheart. She's got a IG and a Facebook page. Y'all need to go follow her. Millicent Payne Beauty, I think is what it is. Let me just make sure. Yes, Millicent Payne Beauty, honey, down to the IG. Go follow her because she is pretty doggone awesome. So whenever I put my mascara on, oh, and I don't do my bottom lashes until after I've done my foundation and my highlighting or whatever. But yeah, every time I put on my eyeshadow, I always think about Millicent because I'm like, baby, Millicent is a beast, okay? She's a beast when it comes down to the eyeshadow, okay? I mean, the blending and all of this and that. But Ashley over here, I always feel like if I put my eyeshadow on, I feel like I stick with the same kind of looks with my eyeshadow. I don't know. That's how I be feeling. So Millicent, if you are watching, honey, your girl still needs a lesson. Can you help a sister out? We can do it on Zoom. All right. Now I gotta go find my lashes. Okay, so now I got my lashes here. I don't know if y'all are like me. Do you take your lashes off? Lay your lashes wherever you take them off at? I had to go find these, honey, and these was just laying down on the nightstand beside the bed. They done been some everywhere though. I found lashes all in the kitchen, honey, on the counter. Yes. So what I do, I wear my lashes over and over and over again until it just ain't no more hope. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm just removing the excess glue from last time. So these are the lashes that I am going to use right here. Don't ask me the number, girl. I don't know, honey. I don't know. And the glue that I use is this sassy right here. Okay, let me tell you about this glue. My best friend Jade, hey girl, Jade put me on this glue. Okay, let me tell you why. Cause see, when I would go down to the church house and I'd be all in worship or whatever, you know, and I'd be tearing up and crying, you know, just snotting and eating carpet. You know, when I got up, your girl's lashes were not intact. No. So when I got up, my lashes would literally be like honey on a wing and a prayer. Okay. And so I would tell her, girl, you know, when I put my lashes on, you know, I'd cry my lashes off at church. She'd say, friend, you need to get you some sassy. Yeah, that's how we be talking. Friend, no, you need you some sassy, honey. And I'm like, who is the sassy girl? And she said that sassy baby, she said it's gonna stay on. Them lashes ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. So I have been using sassy. Isn't it sassy? Yeah, sassy in a dark tone. I've been using sassy for a while. Yeah. And it stays on. I even use sassy whenever I do makeup with a client. I use sassy. Now some people use tweezers to put their lashes on. I don't. I know how to put them on with tweezers, but I don't use tweezers to put them on. I pretty much just, I use my hand, as the old folks say. Okay, so here goes my lash. And what I do, I get that lash as close to the lash line as possible. Bam. And now she's on. She's on. And I let it sit there for a minute. Now I will take a tweezer and just kind of like make sure these corners are not glued together. I will do that. But as far as putting them on with the tweezers, I know how, like I said, but I just put them on with my hand. So once again, I get as close to the lash line as possible. And the trick to putting on lashes is to let the glue get tacky on the lash. Don't put the glue on the lash and then go put it on your face, on your eyelashes, because it's not gonna stick. So, yeah. See, just get as close as possible, honey. Bam, there we go. And every now and then, it may give you the blues trying to get it on. Then don't worry about it. Honey, she's coming together. Look at the brows. Jesus, why? Why? Could I not be born with a brow? Maybe I should just pray for brows. You know, the Bible says that you have not because you ask not. So maybe I should just start praying for brows. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe so. Underneath my eyes. You see how them bags done went down, honey? I'm telling y'all, that witch hazel, you can either use the witch hazel here or you can use the preparation H pads. This right here is just the Equate brand. Get this from down to the Walmart. Okay, or you can get the Up and Up if you like the Target like me, okay? So so now it is foundation time. And I know I used the Kat Von D on my brows, like on the top part of my brows, but I remembered this is summertime. Kat is hot. Even though I'm not going anywhere, but I will be moving around and sitting up on the lights. And this foundation is way heavier than my Too Faced Born This Way. I think I'll just use the Born This Way. So let's just hope that she still matches, honey, because your girl done been out in the pool. Yeah, but even if it don't, I'll make it blend. Yeah, so this is what I'm using. This is in the color Chai. And this is what she looks like. Yes, excuse my nails. They look a mess. And guess what? No one cares. Yeah, so I just use this little stippling brush and I just stipple it on. Like so. I just want everybody to win. Back to the whole podcast thing, you know, and people following their dreams and, you know, following the call and listening to what the Lord has told y'all to do. I just want everybody to win. I do. I hate discord, you know. I hate drama. I hate negativity because I've dealt with it pretty much all my life. You know, and I just work from the back of my hand too, y'all. Yeah, I've dealt with it like all of my life, and I cannot stand drama. The quickest way to give me anxiety is to pull up with some drama. Now, I ain't scared by far, but I just don't do well with drama. It's a trigger for me. And you know, the Bible says where there is envy and strife, there is every evil work. I don't like it. I don't like drama. I want all of us to win. I want everybody to be successful. You know, I support everybody that I can support. I do. I honestly do. I support y'all. And then too, to those who, you know, always got something to say, because you know, people are going to have something to say no matter what you're doing. If you're doing something good, you know, they got something to say. If you're doing something bad, they have something to say, you know? And the main ones, like in my case, it be the saints and the folks that are supposed to be the closest to you that got so much to say, you know? And it's like, okay, y'all running y'all mouth over here worried about what I'm doing. What is you doing? What y'all doing? What are y'all doing to advance the kingdom? What y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying? So I just had to get to a point to where I just didn't allow what people to say to frustrate me. You know, sometimes it hurts. It hurts really bad that you don't have the support that you wish you had. But hey, honey, you know, in this season, this day and time, you just got to go do what God told you to do. Okay, so I'm going to contour with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this color is, I ain't got my glasses on, I think it says Cool Earth, which is a little dark for me, but I make it work anyway. I make it work. Yeah. So I just use that down the bridge of my nose, a little bit here. And I just take my, so I use this brush right here to blend it out. And I just blend away. Blend and blend and blend some more, blend some more. Yeah. So you can't worry about what people have to say about what you know God told you to do. You feel me? If you know the Lord told you to do it, and only you know, okay? And we don't have to have validation from people. You don't have to have validation from people. Child, it's some folks that, anyway, I ain't finna even go there. You don't have to have validation from people, okay? Just know that. You don't have to have that validation. I'm not finna even turn my video into nothing negative. No, ma'am. Exuding light over here, and what we're doing is uplifting and encouraging. And so also what I do, I just take my foundation brush and just kind of blend out any harsh lines that I may see. So boom, bam, pop. Yeah, I'm not done with my nose, I know. Matter of fact, let me do my highlight first before I do that. Same concealer that I used on my brows. Okay, and I just take that all the way down. Yeah. I probably should have used this, did this before I contoured, but hey, we're gonna make it do what it do. I told y'all I was rested. I ain't did my face and I don't know when. Now, when I was doing my makeup on a regular basis, oh, your girl was on point now. Oh yes, she was. She was on point. Oh yes. Oh yes. I don't think you ever forget how to do it. You know, you may just need to brush up on your techniques from here and there, from here to there, you know. But I don't think you ever really forget how to do it. Yeah, and so what I'll do, I'll just take the sponge right here. It's just, a little blender sponge that I got from, I think I got a whole pack of them from Amazon. But for real though, I do believe in this season that whatever it is that you put your hands to, you know, whatever you put your mind to doing, I believe that the breath of God is going to blow on it, as long as it lines up with what He has for you to do. Just step out. Just step out. You don't know what this thing gonna turn into. You don't know. You don't know what it's gonna turn into. You know? Just step out. Don't be afraid. I knew nothing about podcasting. Absolutely nothing. I knew nothing about podcasting. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. But I have learned so much in such a short period of time. So much. And I'm so thankful that, you know, I listened to what the Lord had to say. I'm thankful that I was obedient and I didn't worry about what people were going to think and how people would react, you know, and what people would say. You know, I thought I was going to be, I don't know what I thought. I don't know. I just was nervous. But there's nothing like getting over that fear and accomplishing what you know you were set out to do. I'm telling you, you feel like a champion, baby. What movie was that on? Was it Chicken Little? I am the champion. Yeah, that's how you feel. Like a champion. So just comment below, as a matter of fact. Comment below and let me know what you guys have been hung up on when it comes to pretty much just doing what you know God has commissioned you to do. Is it fear? You know, you worried about what people are going to say? Do you think you don't know enough? What is it? What's keeping you from doing what you know God is telling you to do? What is it? Even an expert can learn. So I don't want you to think, oh, well, I can't do this because I don't know enough. Oh yeah, you do. None of us have arrived, honey. None of us. And if somebody say that they have arrived, they lied. Because if you've arrived and you're perfect and you're mature, honey, then you just be gone on. There's always something that you can learn. Always. So what I'm going to do is set my under eye with, you already know, Too Faced. Yeah, I love their products. So I'm going to set my under eye with this loose powder here. And this is Born This Way. And I don't know what this shade is. What is this? Translucent Medium. Go over my whole face with my setting powder, which is gonna tone it down just a little bit. And I'm just using this little angled spongy right here that I have, a little bit of it, and tap it off into the top like this right here. Just tap a little bit of it into the top. Okay. Press my sponge in here, tap off the excess, and I go under my eye. All the way out. And I put a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, here. My chin, honey, yes. So I take my big fluffy brush, this one here. It's soft focus, and I think this is in milk chocolate. Yeah, and I just go around the outer perimeters of my face. I just dusted that off, and you see how it kind of tones it down, tones your foundation down just a little bit, doesn't make it as bright. See, we're all blending now. I know y'all probably worried, honey, like, wait a minute, that girl face ain't matching. Oh, she's gonna match, baby. She's gonna match. And so to contour the hollows of my cheeks, I use this brush. And this palette, y'all, I love this palette. This came from Sephora. It's just the Sephora brand, what does it say? Baby, I don't know, honey. But it's a blush palette from Sephora. As you can see, your girl just I done went through it, honey. So I take just the tip part of my brush, and I'm gonna go in this color right here. Then I'll come back here. Hollows of my cheeks. Hollows of my cheeks. You see that? You see how you got that chiseled look there, honey? Yes. Hollows of my cheeks over here as well. Starting to look like Catwoman, girl. Okay. Like so. And sometimes if I really want like a real bold contour, what I'll do is take that brush, that sponge that I use to highlight under my eyes, and I will just go along here. Let me find one that's not bent, because it needs to be straight. And I think I got these little things from these little sponges from Walgreens. Well, child, look like all of them bent, honey. Okay, I think this one will do. This here, honey, and I just go along that line. If I really want my contour to be popping, try to keep it on and popping. Ooh, 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 yeah. Yeah, like that. Okay? We'll just sit that there. Baby! Oh, honey, she's coming together. She's coming together. Coming together right now over me. Yes, honey, yes. Hold on, y'all. This bra is working on my nerves, honey. Shout out to my sister for my my robe, honey. She got it for me when I got married, even though we weren't married 15 minutes. But shout out to her, honey. I'm still gonna get some good use out of it. It is what it is, okay? So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is use soft focus. Now it's all broke up, child. I don't even want to talk about how it got broke up. But it's broke up, but guess what? She still works. So I'm just gonna take that creamy bronze, honey, and dust off the excess here. Because I don't want it to be as dark under my eyes as it is on the rest of my face, because that would defeat the purpose of the highlighting. Okay. And sometimes I squeeze that brush together to make sure I get in those creases. Dust that nose off. Oh, hello. Who art thou? What's your name? Yeah, I be cracking myself up, boo-boo. There, just dust that off, and then guess what? Boom, go dust that off as well. I know somebody probably saying, God, Lee, how long does it take her to do her face? Well, first of all, it don't take me that long. Second of all, I just want to talk to y'all. Okay, so I had to kind of drag the video out a little bit if I was gonna talk to you. So I'm just going back in the hollows in my cheeks over here. Come on, girl, move, honey. I ain't worried though. Okay, but I grab my mirror and I make sure I don't have any of that excess that's just trying to hang out, because what it will do, if you don't get it all off, honey, it will show up on your pictures. Yes, it will. You be around this mug looking ghostly, honey, like the light-skinned Michael Jackson. She got a dark-skinned friend looking like Michael Jackson got a light-skinned friend look like Michael Jackson. Yeah, and I ain't trying to look like her. So, next thing, I take my mascara. I normally don't do liner on my bottom waterline, but I will for the sake of the video, okay? And see, and that's one thing I love about these little Jordana liners that come from Walgreens. You know, you don't have to poke your eye out trying to get the color off of them. Now, these are not my favorite liners here. I think my favorite liner was probably the Urban Decay. That sucker like butter, baby. It's just smooth, just smooth. Yeah, cute. Okay. Now it's mascara time. This mascara about through, y'all. About through. You know, y'all know what that mean? I'm from Selma, Alabama. Y'all know what about through means it's about gone. Highlight. Okay. This is another, matter of fact, I just dust off the excess off this. I'm gonna use the same dome brush right here. I got a fan brush somewhere. Don't know where it is. I got so many brushes, y'all. But because I don't do makeup like I used to, I don't know where they are. So I'm gonna use this, whatever this color is in this palette right here. It's my go-to bronzer, honey. This is my everyday, when I was wearing makeup every day. This is my go-to bronzer. It's very subtle. Okay, I'm gonna put her there. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna put her over here as well. Come together right now over me. Now it's gonna be stuck in my head. And sometimes I just blend it out. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I really want to wear a dark lip. And I have this beautiful, like, what's going on here, baby? Okay, beautiful deep wine color, and I have no idea. Can you see? First of all, let me hush. Can y'all see that? Do you see her? Do you see her? Yes. I'm gonna fix this contour because it's kind of harsh. Same bronzer that I used over here, and I go down the bridge of my nose. Now I ain't trying to look like the Tin Man, okay? But your girl do like a, I do like a chiseled nose. Yes indeed. Yes indeed. Now, my lips. I really want something dark. Let me see what this is like. Yeah, I like the matte lipsticks like these right here. And this is by Too Faced. I have so many of these right here. And that wine I was telling y'all about, it's by Too Faced. But I want to wear something dark because dark lips are just really vampy, and I just feel like wearing some dark. And then my jumper that I have, my jumper is black, and but it's got flowers all over it. So we'll see. If I don't wear this, if I don't like this, I'm just gonna wipe it off. So we're gonna see. Let's see here. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Let's see. I mean, it's cute. It's alright, you know. I'm not a big lipstick, you know, greasy, moving around, old school lipstick type chick. I like my whatever I put on my lips, I want it to be able to stay there. I don't want it moving all over the place. And this feel like it's gonna be all over my teeth and everything. So let's see. I guess it's okay. And this lipstick is by Iman. The color is Taboo. Yeah, this is the color, Taboo. And I bought this from Target a long time ago, child. I don't even know if they make that no more. But that's where I got it from, was Target. Okay, so now it's time for me to take this off this head right here, man. So this is how I sleep at night. I take this little stocking thing and put it all over my head. Put my hair in there. And these little twists right here, honey, they've been holding strong. Not a battery finna die. This too much. Okay, so what I use on my hair from time to time. I don't use it all the time, but this is the Heavenly Halo by The Main Choice. And I just spray it in my hand because I don't like how it come out. It come out real strong, honey. Strong and vigorous, honey. It comes out really strong. So I do that. You know, make sure these edges are right. Now I don't lay my baby hairs down with my locks. I know some people do, and I see it's really cute on some folks, but I don't feel like that'd be the case with me. I don't feel like I'd be looking right. Like, girl, you know, I already kind of look like a grown child, you know, right now, because I have these little twist situations in my hair. But I love these twists though. I love them. And my own little color created by me. So now what I need to do is, since I have that done, I'm gonna find my earrings, put my clothes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look. This is my little jumper here. Let's see, how can you see me? Hold please. As you can see, it's pants. I'm not going to even show y'all my feet because my feet look atrocious. But yes, it's pants, and it's got this little keyhole opening right here. Honey, just show a little peep, you know, little peep of flesh. Just peekaboo, little peep of flesh. And I love it. I think she got it from Target. I love it because it hides this here little pouch, and it's real loose in the front. Yes, honey, it is super cute. Super cute. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, for watching this little get ready with me and this little chit chat here. These earrings came from the beauty supply store. I think I got them when I was living in Huntsville from a beauty supply store. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like these, just let me know in the comments. Hey girl, that was kind of dope. Yeah, I want you to talk to us as you're beating your face at the same time. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing, for sharing this video. If you also want to make sure you keep up with every video that I'm posting, make sure you tap that bell notification and make sure you are alerted for everything that I upload on here. So that way you'll know, you get the alert as it comes to your phone. Hey, your girl been posting some videos, okay? Thank you guys once again. I love you. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.